We are on.
Alright. Yo.
Good
Yo.
evening, Harry Manning.
Aloha.
Thank you so much for talking to Bayloric TV.
It's all good, man. It's all good. It's a pleasure.
Okay, for those who are watching the show, they're probably wondering, who's Harry Manning? Harry, are you a boxer?
I used to be, but I'm retired now after winning 30 fights, all knockouts, so... I'm not boxing.
Okay, introduce yourself, let the people know who you are, Harry.
My name's Harry Manning, and I'm a student in Griffith College with Ingram, studying journalism and visual media. And yeah, we're here to learn how to do a perfect interview.
Okay, I'm not sure if I do perfect interviews, but we're going to try and do an interview.
An interview of a high standard. Okay.
Exactly, an interview of a high standard. So first of all, I'm going to ask the question is, why are you studying the course that you're studying?
Why am I studying the course I'm studying? I don't know, man. It's all just so interesting. I love the kind of journalism. I love English. I love writing. It's always been one of my favorite subjects and skills throughout the years. And the visual media bit is just like an added bonus, kind of. Like, I didn't really have any clue what it was like. But after doing it for the past nearly a month at this stage, I think, isn't it?
Yes.
It's about 4 weeks, yeah. And it's fascinating. Like, the video, the documentary you have to make, and the digital media thing, the page, that's what I like. And the yeah, and like the stuff we're gonna be doing, like radio and TV and all, it's gonna be pretty good. Like, so.
Okay, you've got a bit of an accent there, and for people who are international, might not know where you're from. So let them know where you're from.
Dublin. Okay, Dublin, Ireland.
Dublin, Ireland. Okay, so you've been Irishman all your life?
All my life, yeah. I think. I hope. Yes,
okay.
I have.
So, aside from the studies, what do you get up to? What does Harry Manning do?
I play football most of my time. I train twice a week and a game every weekend. And then I have a job. I work as a waiter. Okay. So, and then of course I hang around with my friends and stuff like that. So,
okay,
that's what takes up my day, my week.
Okay, so in terms of your football, what position do you play in?
I play everywhere. I was originally a centre midfielder, but since I joined this team, Portmarnock, about a year and a half ago, I've played centre back, both full back positions, centre mid, right mid, left mid, and up front, everywhere but goalkeeper, really. Most of the time I play wing, I suppose, but you know, I'm a bit all over the place.
Did you ever have any aspirations of getting into the Republic of Ireland team?
Oh yeah, as a kid, yeah, up until I was about 14, 15, that was my dream, you know, playing football professionally, like, you know, and definitely playing for Ireland and stuff like that, you know.
So how do you feel about the Irish luck or fortune
Do you not know?
the qualification?
Oh, that's deadly, man. It's
Yeah?
really good. John O'Shea, 100 cap, banging the goals, brilliant.
So
Definitely.
against Germany, how did you feel when the goal went in against Germany?
Oh, I screamed like a girl.
Yeah?
I screamed my absolute head off. Yeah, I tore the roof off the house, like I was jumping up and down, going crazy. Honest to God. Yeah.
Probably the way you jumped around was when Rooney scored the goal for England against Estonia, was it?
Wait, oh no, Jesus. Oh, God. Talk about lack of significance there, man. Jeez, in comparison.
I know. But I was listening to that on the radio, on TalkSport, they'd be going, Rooney! And it was probably just a goal that was just... And the goalkeeper was like, it was a shoddy goalkeeper. It wasn't really...
Yeah.
It was like a park. It was like you and a couple of mates go over the park, and your mate goes in goal, and you flick one, and one just gets in. And everyone's calling it the greatest goal ever. You know, it's one of those ones. It was like...
Oh, my God. Yeah. It's unbelievable, yeah.
So,
That's
okay.
Yeah.
On the subject of football, who's your favourite football team?
Arsenal. I'm a gunner.
You're a gunner.
I'm a gunner.
Why are you a gunner?
I don't know, man. I just grew up with them. I chose them after the 98-99 season when they won the double. That was the
untouchable
point.
season, right?
The untouchable season is probably my favourite season ever. Yeah, 3-4. Unbelievable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who's your favourite player?
At the moment or all time?
All time.
All time. I know it's real obvious, but it has to be Henry. Like,
It has to be.
it has to be Henry. He's a legend.
He's got a class about him, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's unbelievable. He's just a man. Like, he was the man growing up.
Even when he's commentating or they ask him his opinion,
he's so cool.
Just so cool.
Yeah, he's relaxed.
He
He's
just
chilled
sits
out
there
all
and
the
it's
time.
like all these other people are talking. They go, yeah, we set up plans for you. We did this, we did that. And Henri goes, yeah,
Va va voom.
yeah. And then what
That's it.
happened? You scored.
Yeah.
That's right. Always remember that. I scored against your team, against you. And
Fucking
I've won
class.
the World Cup. I've won the European.
He's won everything.
I've won the Champions League. I've won the FA Cup. Nah, you ain't won it. There's nothing you can do about it.
Unbelievable, man. Absolute legend.
Absolutely
Absolute legend.
unbelievable. So, okay, so let's get back to studies.
Yeah.
What do you aim to do with your studies in the future?
Like after I'm finished this course,
Yeah.
I'd like to do the masters.
Okay.
Whatever, for the year or two. Maybe not in Griffith College. Maybe I'll branch out a bit. Maybe, I don't know. There's plenty of places that do the master degrees, but maybe just for variation alone, like not because it's standard or anything. But yeah, I don't know. I'll see. Like that's what the plan is at the moment. But
So in
from
terms of
doing this
yourself-
course,
So in terms of yourself, where do you see yourself 5 years down the line? Do you see yourself as a journalist, a presenter, or talk show host, a radio man? Where do you see yourself?
it's hard to know. To be honest, at this time, I really don't know. It could be any of those things. Like I'm really open to. I'm not really focused on one particular career perspective that's associated with this course, kind of.
Right.
I'm open to. I'm just experimenting with everything and see how each one goes, and then hopefully by the end of 3 years, or even after doing the masters, I'll have a firm idea on what exactly I want to do.
Okay, so which course would you say that in the course, which module would you say
Module.
you really moved to? That's really pulling on you at the moment.
I'm enjoying the documentary making. I'm enjoying like everything about it. Like the first like the idea and expanding on it, and like you're constantly coming up with different things to make the whole idea better, and hopefully like the finished product will be really good. That's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
But everything's good except by and large, man. That class is a bit, yourself.
Yeah, it is. I think great. I think he's a good tutor. I just think that some of the things like walking back and forth down the hall or down the corridor, not the corridor,
Yeah,
the path
turning
we've
the
got,
neck.
and then the
Ugh.
voice is going one way. You have to turn your neck to listen to him one way, turn your neck the other way to listen, and then
Yeah.
every other word is by and large.
Yeah, that's all I hear. All I hear is by and large, by and large all the time. Like,
So it
it's
got to the point where I've got to start taking bets in the class and saying to myself, you know what? For every time he says by and large, I'm gonna put down €5. I think we got round to 23 by and larges.
at least.
Yeah.
At least. I would have said up in the 50s, to be honest myself, but I don't know, I'm probably just tripping. There's so many fucking by and larges going on. Yeah. I don't know, man.
And of course, there's a new one now. Simmer down, boys.
Simmer down. Is that the same guy?
No, there's somebody else. Simmer down,
Who's
another
Simmer
teacher.
down?
Yeah.
Oh, Caroline?
No. Simmer down is Deirdre.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, simmer
Oh,
down.
it is. It is. Yeah, the video. Yeah,
Simmer down.
Yeah. Simmer down. Simmer down.
Simmer down and by and large.
By and large, you should simmer down.
Really, I think all in all, I myself is enjoying the classes. They're good, and
Yeah.
I think it's just. I think at times you want to just get on. Now I've got 5 assignments to get in, like by Monday. What about
It's
yourself?
really building up. It's building up
It's
fast.
just sneaked up upon us. That's what it
Yeah.
is. What about for you? How are you finding getting your assignments done?
Well, I haven't finished any yet. I'm kind of. I'm further and more than others, but I'm still not like completely finished any of them. So, yeah, this weekend is going to be full of assignment duty. Definitely.
That's right. We've got the Friday off, so that's gonna be that's a good start, I guess.
That helps. That helps a lot. 100%. So yeah, definitely.
Wow. So
Yeah.
going forward, what would you suggest to anybody deciding to get into journalism and visual media?
What would I suggest?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
In
Like-
terms of, like, if you were going to suggest, if somebody said to you, is it a good course? What would you say to them? From what you've picked out so far.
From my first month in the college, yeah, I'd definitely say it's a good course. It's interesting, I know exactly what I have to do, and they're really helpful in like assisting you in how to do it and that. They're very clear. Everything's clear. Everything is great. Like I can't really pick up any negatives, to be honest. Like, you know, the first month's been pretty solid, like better than I could expect it to be. You know,
Right.
definitely, definitely. Hopefully it stays that way for the 3 years, or at least the first semester. Like, so
Right.
it'll be interesting when the exams come. That's when my opinion might start to change. You know,
Yeah.
but
Do you actually think you're learning anything now?
oh yeah, definitely,
In terms of when
definitely.
you've got like we've got long days, like a Monday and Tuesday, and you're getting bombarded with all that information, and you leave
Yeah,
the day. Do you think you learn and retain a lot, or do you think you have to retain a little bit?
I retain a little bit, but I have the notes, so I'm
Yeah.
able to, maybe when I'm feeling better, I can look over them, and I'll be able to retain a lot more. Like I can be writing notes on autopilot all day long, you know. I
Yeah.
could do that probably for 6 or 7 hours straight, and not take in any of it. But then when I maybe the next day, if I'm fresh, I can just flick through it and be like, oh yeah, that makes sense now. You know what I mean?
So let's close. You want to find out how to do a good interview.
I do.
I
I
think the
do.
key thing for me when doing an interview is to make the individual that you're interviewing feel comfortable.
Yeah,
Make
yeah,
them feel
yeah,
as if they can talk to you about anything,
yeah, 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 yeah.
you know, and almost make it a conversation.
Even if what if it's about a particular subject? You know, do
Depends.
you,
So
do
what? So
you,
what do you think? What's the subject you're gonna? You. I could give me an idea.
well, I'm going to have to interview a guy about, he's a manager of a football team, and he managed a St. Kevin's team with 3 players who went over to England. Three
Right.
players that I know of. There could have been more. I have
Right.
to find out first of all. So like that's what that's about. My article is about Irish players going over to England, and they're pretty much the documenting kind of the people who make it and the people who don't.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of just all that kind of
So
area.
this is a video interview, right?
No, it might be face to face, like properly in person.
So you'll write down and get notes. You're not going to video the actual
I'll
interview.
record it like in front, maybe with my phone or
Yeah,
something.
sure. So then what you do when you record it, you just sit down and have a chat. Have a chat with him. Have a general
Yeah,
chat with him. Before you
yeah,
start the interview, ask him, is there anything you don't want to talk about? And once you know
yeah,
there's
yeah,
nothing you want, because that kind of reassures people. They
yeah. Right.
trust you more. So you say, look, is there anything you don't want to talk about in this interview? Is there any areas you feel sensitive about?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
you
yeah,
feel
yeah.
offended about? So you get that cleared up with them.
Okay,
Is there anything you'd like to make us to bring up in the interview?
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds good, man.
So again, those things are making the person that you're going to be interviewing feel comfortable,
Mhm.
trusting you, that want to share information with you,
Yeah.
and of course they're showing that you have a general interest in who they are.
Right.
Show an interest in the person. Look them in the eye,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
and if you feel at a time, avoid asking questions that they can answer yes or no to. Absolute
Yeah,
criminal
yeah,
sin. Do not say, um, so, um, was it a good day?
yeah. Right.
Who, what, why, when, how?
Other questions,
If
huh?
if you can stick around that, stick with that.
Mm.
Not like who, why, what, when, how. Not like that. In a sense, like
Yeah, 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 yeah,
just
yeah.
slip it in, and you're listen. You're a charismatic lad. You're charismatic,
Yeah.
and people can see you've got a friendly face. You're booming with confidence. You are. You just ooze confidence. You sit here, you relax, you're cool. So I don't think you're gonna have a problem. You're a natural. You're a natural. And if you weren't a
Cheers,
natural,
man.
I'd tell you. And let me tell you something else. Not only I'd tell you if I was lying. Like people on YouTube will tell you that I'm lying. Right? So
Cool. Yeah, yeah.
I've
Cool.
interviewed a few people in my time, and I've really enjoyed interviewing you.
Ah, cheers, man. Nice one.
So
Sounds good. It's an honor, man. It's an honor. It's an absolute
Harry
honor.
Manning, thank you so much for talking to Bayloric TV,
Thank you, Baylor TV, Mr. Baylor TV yourself.
and hopefully we'll have you on again soon.
Indeed.
Thank
Absolutely,
you so
indeed. Cheers,
much.
man. Thank you. Thank you.